innocence. Tread lightly in the search for the voices and stories of the departed. For in the shadows hides the evil that lurks within. As the light dies and slowly becomes night, the realm of the spirit to the world. In the darkness of your mind hides your own inner demons, brings to life your deepest fears. Do you have what it takes to speak to the dead? Do you accept your own mortality? In the search for life after life, have you ever seen a ghost, spirit, or demon? Have the lights flickered and the room became as cold as death itself? Maybe you have, maybe it was your own subconscious preparing you for death. Come spend some of what's left of your own existence in our search for the answers hidden behind the veil. Shed off the blinders and open your mind's eye. Listen to the story. We are they, we are incarnate paranormal.
And what is up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday to you. What's up, Ducky? Welcome in nice and early tonight. Yeah, I look fried. I got a joke for you. If a red bird makes red babies and a blue bird makes blue babies, what bird does not have babies? All of them. Birds lay eggs. I think that's. I think that's it. Anyways, we left off last night. A swallow. There's that too. There's other punchlines, but I don't want to get banned. We left off 22 minutes into night one, my H3VR roaming. I forgot where we're at. I've been so freaking tired and just so fried. I'm going to try to do a show this weekend, maybe Saturday, early. Get through some of the video. That way we can get that out of the way as well. So, that being said, let's get into some audio. Your niece told you that. Oh my God.
Okay, we should be good.
That's terrible.
Here's Joan Van. Take her up to infirmary.
Infirmary?
I just had footsteps behind me.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody up there yet?
There's nobody there. I announced myself.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
What's up, TM? See you snuck
So
in.
we're gonna go up to execution real quick.
Got my Jack and Coke.
Before anybody else gets up here. And it's starting to get a little dark.
Jack and Coke's good.
I'm gonna get the lights.
Do not drink Jack, no. But I got the bottle. It's pretty.
All right, gentlemen. That's Brent coming in. So see my GoPro on the other side. I'm gonna do this, put the over there. And I'm gonna take a seat real quick. All right. Let me sit over here so I'm on the camera over there in the room. I'm gonna set my recorder down right here. Just gonna set my recorder down. All right, gentlemen. I don't need to reintroduce myself. I am back for my last night here for a year. If you are here with me, any one of you gentlemen, could you please touch that box on the table for me? Let me know that you are among me. And I'll tell you that temperature is wrong. That temperature is way wrong. It is not 42.8 degrees in here. Alright, so you guys can see that. It is not 42.7. It's probably 86 in here. Mr. John Hancock, sir, I know you follow around Susan. Are you here with us? Last night was the anniversary of your execution.
Like I needed to remind him of that.
And I'm just here to speak with you and these other gentlemen. So if you are here, could you give me a sign of your presence, please? Mr. David Blackwell, are you here with me, sir? Could you touch that box on the table?
Can I take out Echo?
Burton, are you here with us?
Maybe can.
Mr. Bishop,
Let's see what we can do here. And echo. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Analog delay. Echo weighted. Infinite loop. That's adding echo. That would be adding freaking echo. And I don't want to do that.
are you with us, sir? My brother from another mother, Mr. Daryl Mack, are you here, sir?
My brother from
Could you
another
let
mother.
the box on the table by touching it? Please.
I can't believe I said that.
My brother from another mother, Mr. Daryl Mack, Are you
Wow.
here, sir? Could you light up that box on the table by touching it? Please?
Brother from another mother. Whoa. Meow.
Mr. Cole, Eddie, are you here, good sir? Mr. Bridges, Sebastian, sir, are you among us today?
Maybe I'm teaching him, talk to him with too much respect. Hey, listen, you motherfuckers. Come on out and talk. I know you're here. Not that I'd say that, but
If there are more than one of you gentlemen here with me, could all three of you, or however many ever, light up that box like a Christmas tree?
that's weird.
Could all three of you?
Why did I come out instead of saying all of you gentlemen come out? For some reason, I just said all three of you. I know there's more than three spirits that hang around execution. There's 5 or 6, 7 or 8. So why did I say all three of you? That's kind of weird to me. There's been other areas of the prison where I've had little faux pas like that, little slips, and I say something, I'm like, wait, why did I just say that? It's weird. It's like, are there 3 of them there? All 3 of you? Is there 3 there with me right now? Something to think about. Are the spirits manipulating you to tell you how many there are with you at that point? So, I don't know.
Or however many ever. Light up that box like a Christmas tree for me, please. You guys have done it for me before. You did it last year. As I said, this is my last night here for another year. I make it a point to come back to visit with you. I consider you all friends now. So please,
Yeah,
at least let me know you're here.
you're not far off there, TM. We have a number in our head, and we let it come out before we realize it. Yeah. I wonder if we're being controlled at that point. Some kind of subconscious manipulation.
As I said last night, Mr. Floyd Burton Loveless. Not Mr. Floyd Burton Loveless. Mr. Floyd Burton Loveless. Not long after your execution, your grandmother passed away. You had asked me last year, where was Grandma? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find her because of that reason, so I apologize. And as I said, she never gave up hope on you. I tell everybody your story. I tell everybody your story from the book that I wrote on your life. I really feel you should give it a second chance. I never got an answer from you guys. A couple of years ago, or was it last year, somebody had said, let's kill Carol Cole. Which one of you said that? Could you tell me, please? I think I heard somebody say me. Could you repeat that for me, please? I think I heard somebody. I think. I think I heard somebody say me. Could you repeat that for me, please?
God, activity has dropped off so much. Ooh.
Again, Mr. Cole, and I keep asking this. My first year here, I got your voice saying that you killed the bitch and put her body out behind the trash pile. And I think you gave me the answer. Was that Miss Bonnie Sue O'Neill? If it was, could you touch that box on the table for me, please? Mr. Bishop, you had said, or you would, when they put you into the chamber, that you told them they're not going to be the ones to take you out. That you would do it yourself and you started gasping the gas at your own rate to basically take yourself out faster. When you said that, did you?
And we've talked about this before at least 2 or 3 times because the amount of recorders we've had in this area. When they, like I said, when they took Jesse Bishop into the chamber, and his words, final words were, "You're not going to be I'm going to be the reason I go out, not you," or something along those lines. They dropped the pellets into the bucket, and he immediately started taking deep breaths. The state is probably sitting back going, "He's just doing it quicker for us." Jesse Bishop's mind, he's like, "I'm taking my..." No, that Jesse Bishop was his name. Uh, Robbed a casino, shot somebody, convicted of murder. Yeah, he wasn't no bishop. But you'd think it's like the state's sitting back going, "This guy's just doing it faster for us. Thank you." But in his mind, he's like, "I'm going to do it myself." Not realizing they dropped the pellets in that bucket. They're doing it one way or the other. He has no say so in the matter. He's strapped into that freaking chair. He ain't going nowhere. Him taking those deep breaths is just speeding up the process. And the state's sitting back going, "Yep, we won. He's dead." So, but at least Jesse Bishop goes to his grave thinking that he took himself out faster. That he took himself out and the state didn't do it. But so yeah, I think that's kind of funny.
Did not realize that the state was going to do their job anyway, that you were just speeding up the process, meaning that they did their job and you were just a victim of your own misunderstanding.
Just funny. I mean, the guy looks like an old PE teacher. That's Jesse Bishop.
Now, was it the El Morocco casino that you robbed?
No, they don't. This was back in 1979. What the fuck? That's a car on the freeway.
Now, a friend of mine was talking to some people in a different location.
Someone in Red Dead Redemption.
And any one of you gentlemen are free to answer this question. Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
A freaking bird in the background. Perfect timing.
All right, so I'm sitting in the other room. If you guys want to follow me in there, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to go in here and sit down for a minute. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn my light on. My recorder's right here. I'm going to set this right up here on the bars. I'm going to set this down at the foot of the bed again. And let's see how it goes. Okay. Here we go. I'm back in here. That's me. If you wouldn't go ahead and do that. All right. Mr. Darrell Mack, Mr. Carol Cole, or if any one of you gentlemen are here with me right now, could you touch that little box at the foot of the bed and let me know of your presence?
So it did it my first year there. Why wouldn't it do it again?
A couple years ago, I got very sick in here.
Or second investigation, sorry.
And I have to know when I started getting that upset stomach and I had to leave, was that you showing me what you were feeling before they led you into the execution chamber?
What's up, Moose?
I had asked last year, who was it that made me sick? And I got a response of, I saw that. Were you watching from outside this cell while someone else was making me ill? Could you touch that box, please?
Had to call cops on a dog. The dog was chasing deer.
What was your last meal inside this cell? Any one of you gentlemen can answer.
Animal control probably had to come out, huh?
How scared were you looking out of this cell, looking at the execution chamber door? How scared were you looking at that? I only ask because I want to understand what you felt spending your last few hours inside this cell. I mean, no disrespect to any one of you.
And at that point, the cops are like, you got it on video?
There's going to be several people coming in here tonight to speak with you. They've been here the past couple years with me as well. And I'm asking you to show them the same respect that you showed to me.
Dog
You could have
chasing
attacked
deer.
me, you could have shown me things that you showed me before. but instead you've shown me your friendship, and I appreciate that. Please do the same to them. Just me. Debunk.
I debunk myself. I'm back to them keeping on a leash, about all they can do.
What were your thoughts just spending the last few hours in here? Were you worried about if it was going to hurt?
I think that's a moot question. Of course, you're going to be executed. You're worrying about if you're going to go quick or if you're going to suffer. I think that's human nature for something like that. Was a dog in the prison? No.
Were you worried about what your family or friends would think after you were gone? If you could, it's kind of a two-part question. Could you tell me your name, please, and any message you have for your family? Could you tell me now, please?
God. I hope this year, even though it's 2 nights, I can get some great responses alone.
As I said last night, if any one of you gentlemen are football fans, Thursday night was the first night of the football season, and the Detroit Lions beat the Kansas City Chiefs 21-20. If you were a fan of football, or still are, could you light up that box for me, please, at the end of this bed?
You're going to die.
I know that's kind of a heartless.
At least NFL doesn't have to worry about the Vikings this year, which is terrible. Their starting quarterback is out for the season with a torn meniscus. Oh, you gotta feel bad for that. You want to beat a team fair and square. You don't want to see an injury preseason that's going to screw basically everything the entire year. You pray for a quick recovery for him because you want those hard-fought, good games. One that said it tasted bad because it was a mix of every chili did not taste good.
Question, considering you're spending your last few hours in here, and I'm talking about sports.
One chip challenge?
That's
No.
what men do. We talk about stupid things.
One chip challenge. Oh, we all have, Moose. We all have.
If you had one last wish,
would I do the one chip challenge on air? Yeah, I think I would. But it would take one hell of a donation to do it. And I'm not talking $100. We're talking a lot more money than that to do the one chip challenge. But I would do it on air. Of course I would, but at what cost? You know, I've seen a lot of people get really sick from that. And they're down for at least a day. So what would it cost? I don't know. I'd have to think about it. A number to actually do that on this show.
before they led you into the other room, what would it have been? Could you tell me, please?
If they had one wish, to fucking let me go. I think that's probably every death row inmate's final wish. Let me go. Nope. Here, let me just get that vein ready for you. I know that's kind of heartless to say it like that, but holy shit.
I know I keep going back to the same gentleman, but I have to ask Mr. Cole, Eddie. Eddie, I know you're here with me. You always talk to me when I come here. I've got to ask a very sensitive question, and I want you to answer it. Do you feel that they had to execute you for the hurting to stop? For you hurting women to stop, and for you to stop your suffering, your emotional suffering? Do you feel they had to for it to stop?
Okay, me asking that, if you guys have watched Carol Cole's final interview on YouTube, if you haven't, go watch it. You'll understand that line of questioning. You can see the life has just left his face. We've talked about Eddie Cole many times on this show, and how out of everybody executed there's only two people you gotta feel for: Floyd Burton Loveless and Carol Edward Cole. Eddie Cole, because he turned himself in more than one occasion, and that's basically, it's like, hey, I'm sick, I need help, and they're like, you're a man up, you're fine. Then they question him again, and they're like, you know what, here, we're gonna let you go. It's you begin to wonder how broken the system was from like the 60s up until the 80s, when hey, you got to be a man. You're not suffering from some mental disorder. You're a man up and deal with your issues. I think that's kind of the way they dealt with it, and he was genuinely trying to get help. And you got to respect that. I mean, even though he was a convicted murderer, multiple murders, you got to sit back and be like, this man reached out for help. He genuinely wanted to get better. He genuinely tried to get off the streets to prevent him from doing that. He sought help, and the system was like, fuck you. I respect no one in prison, all little bitches. But MDS, what's up, bud? How you been? A lot of these people do seek help, and the system just bends them over. It's sad. It really is, because they want to get better. Was being a little bitch in prison. Yeah, it's... You gotta wonder where it failed him. That's just the job. Yeah. How you been, MDS? It's been a while. It's been a hot minute.
Mr. Daryl Mack, which one of these cells were you in? A or B?
Working, doing what needs to be done. Yeah, me too. Tomorrow and Friday are gonna suck at work. Yeah, TM, you're not wrong. But like with Cole, he had no friends.
Or are you like me? And for those who were taken by lethal injection, are you like me and have a fear of needles? Because I'm a man and I hate needles. I ain't gonna lie. Needles, spiders, and heights. Could you light up that box if you're scared of needles like me?
Yeah, we did. My cousin is in prison because he had some weed on him. Ooh. Yeah, we had that one guy. He comes in here every now and then. He's up in prison. I forget where he said, but he talks about it. Says he's trying to get better, which you have to admire. I know what got me here, and I'm not going to do it again.
I wish I knew what else to ask. If you guys want to talk, please line up that box and I'll keep talking. Otherwise, I'm going to let some other people in here try to communicate with you tonight. We've had some fun times in here, and I'm going to keep coming back every year to speak with you. I promise you that. Every year that I can.
It's good to have that mindset.
Said it's a long trek up from Las Vegas.
Because I got a friend of mine right now. He's in, I think, Ohio or something. And he's doing like, I think, almost 3 years. He got sentence reduced to run concurrent for some stupid shit he got into. Borrowed somebody's car, got into a wreck, DUI, involving injury. And it wasn't his first DUI. First DUI with injury, and they gave him some time. He tried to plead it down, and the judge was like, we'll put you in a work program and talk about it. You can actually go out and work, but you have to be back to the prison every night. And he's trying to get better. He's taking classes to get a degree, and come out at the end of this year or beginning of next year, depending on how they do it, as a better person. So he admitted he had a problem, and he's solving it. You have to admire that. He's standing up and taking it on the chin and doing what needs to be done. And a lot of these guys who were, executed, a lot of them probably knew they needed help.
But it's worth it to speak.
What do you do? Once they need help, it's too late.
And I honestly hope you appreciate that, because I enjoy it. Hands hurting now for some reason. Guys, if you don't want me in here, if you want me to leave, could you please touch that box at the end of the book, and I'll leave you in peace for now? Did they at least have the shades up on those windows? Maybe the windows cracked so you can get some fresh air and sunlight? Did they at least have that compassion for you? Compassion for you? I just realized something.
Before we get to this, how they're served meals in their cells, death row, and last night's cells. The stories are saying, like with Eddie Cole, the guards used to like spit in his food. The guards in the kitchen would mess with his food, which I think is entirely fucked up. But that's just stories. I don't know how true it is. I remember hearing that from one of the former guards.
I've asked Edward Cole to come out and speak with me. And that box at the end of the bunk, the name of that box is an Eddie meter. EDI. So I got Eddie Cole and the Eddie meter. I think that's kind of ironic.
They admitted to it. You know how guards talk afterwards, years after they retire, saying, yeah, people used to fuck with their food.
Mr. David Blackwell. Mr. Sebastian Bridges. Mr. Jesse Bishop, Mr. D. John, Indian Johnny,
Joe Ibapa.
Joe Ibapa.
Remembering some of these names is a pain in the ass.
Any one of you gentlemen, please
Probably not.
come
Yeah.
forward.
You know, it's what do you do? I mean, convicted murderer, rapist. That's bottom of the barrel to a lot of people. Oh, this is a food for a rapist? Okay. Introduce the food to the Haktua
How
girl.
fast did the time go from the time you were over in death row until you were brought in here? Did the days fly by or did they drag?
And the interview with Eddie Cole, he said the days just flew by.
Now, I only ask to better understand your situation. We're all men here and men talk. Also, last year I had said, how do you feel about Susan, Chris, and the others keeping this prison up for people to come back, continuously come back to visit with you? And somebody had said, hang on to them. Could you tell me your name if you're the one who said it, please? Thank you. And Susan is actually talking about making me a docent of the prison, which means I will be coming up here more often to help take care of it. If that would make you happy to see me more often, could you light up that box, please?
Which, if I can afford it and I'm able
Like
to,
you just did?
I'm going to go up on long weekends all the time for the prison. Go up on like a 3-day weekend. I'm still this close to it.
I would seriously move up here from Las Vegas if it meant taking care of this prison for you guys. That would actually make me very happy. So people can experience everything I've experienced in this cell, speaking to you guys.
About a 9-hour drive. From door to door, once all is said and done, about 9 hours. If I fly and drive, it's about too long. It's about an hour plane ride and about a 30-minute drive. So if I
know you guys are here and you're appreciating my energy in here.
I could do it 3 to 4 hours,
and even if you don't
door to door.
respond through that box, these devices will hear your voices so I can hear later. Because I can't hear them now. It's basically like a tape recorder.
If I do it in a plane,
these devices will
4 hours.
record your voices. They are not.
You figure take an Uber to the airport, that's 20 minutes, an hour through the airport, hour flight, and like a 30-minute drive from Reno to Carson. I can do it in less than 4. So I could go do that, investigate, sleep, and get up, investigate, and sleep and come back on the next plane. So it's not entirely impossible.
Not high enough for me to hear. And I hope you understand that when you respond to me asking you questions, I can't hear them. But those devices can. Those boxes can hear them. Then I have to play them back so I can hear.
Come and play with us. Forever and ever and don't ever.
And Chief Fox raids with 30 Raiders. Welcome, guys, to Incarnate Paranormal. Hope you guys are doing well this evening. We're currently analyzing audio from Nevada State Prison. We're still winding down on it. We've got about 3.5 hours left on this recorder. Of course, we won't get that to all of it tonight. If you have any questions regarding the paranormal, please don't hesitate to ask. I will stop the audio and answer any questions I can. If you think you hear anything that could possibly be evidence, don't hesitate to speak up, and we'll go back over it and clean it up more and do all the fun stuff. But again, Chief, thank you for the raid.
Thank you.
And welcome, everybody.
Mr. Sevener, are you in this area with us, please?
Now that sounds like it could be a response. I think this is like me taking a breath, possibly. So what we're gonna do is
We are the ones who dwell within.
Bobcat, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciated. So the more you listen to it, it does not actually sound like this could be evidence. Let's clean it up just a little bit more. And this is some kind of a background noise, so there is no possible way that this could be evidence. We gotta be able to. Hope you all are doing well this evening. Another long, exciting day in the hot, humid day in Vegas.
Mr. Darrell Mack, when was the last time you went down to culinary? I know you like to hang out down there. If it was less than a week, could you touch that box for me, please?
So you hear me asking for Darrell Mack. Do I have a picture of him handy? I do not. Try to get pictures for you guys so you can understand who we're talking to.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to step out of here for a little bit and let some other people come speak to you. I thank you guys for talking to me. It's always the highlight of my visit here to the prison. Knowing you guys appreciate me being here. I thank you guys, and please rest easy and be nice to the next group coming in here.
So I'm currently now leaving
That's just me debunking.
the execution area. The thing is, when you go into, Nevada State Prison, this is my 4th investigation. Next month, I will be there the 12th and the 13th. The 13th and the 14th. I had to cancel the 12th. We'll be investigating the prison on Friday the 13th. Will be my 5th investigation of the prison. As you heard some of the questions, I don't provoke in the execution area. A lot of the energy still reside there. So you talk to them like they're human beings. Try not to talk to them like they're convicted murderers. A lot of that still lingers. The spirits that are there, they know it. Try to talk to them just like they're normal people. You get a lot better responses. Talk football, talk, hey, you want a beer? It's like, what was your favorite memory outside these walls? Try not to remind them of the fact they were executed. Of course, questions were like, in the last night's cells, what did you feel looking out, seeing the execution chamber? And the second year I was there doing that, when I asked that, I got extremely sick. The worst bubble guts I've ever had in my life. And most people know that. Tundra, I see you there. How you doing tonight, bud? Welcome in. Just had a nice raid from Chief. So we're having fun tonight. Might actually have to stop and do some video.
There we go. Pick this up.
Actually, I think, you know what? We're going to end up having to go back and do the video anyway. Since we've got new people in here, let's do a little bit of video. We got about 30 minutes left in the show anyway, so we can actually do some. I don't know yet. Hey guys, Brent here again. Nevada State Prison visit 4, night 1. We're in the courthouse right now, which last year we didn't get any evidence. It kind of moved us over from the main building. We're going to head up to execution, turn on the light on the GoPro, and I got a surprise for you guys. So when we get there, I'll explain it. Let's get our H3 VR turned on.
It says it's open 24 hours.
Roberto's?
It's open 24.
Yeah. It has good tacos over there.
All right, there we go. H3 VR, night 1, Nevada State Prison, visit 4, starting off in the courthouse, and we're going to be all over. So let's get that. And actually, where we're at in this, the courthouse, this is been remodeled, of course. This is the original intake area for the prison when they used to bring prisoners in a covered wagon. So, like I said, Nevada State Prison, 1862 to 2012. Get started, guys. Hope you guys are ready.
With Susan to one board. What?
The back wall was not there. No, it's been completely remodeled. Well, like I said, 1862. All right, guys. Yeah, that's working. Let's get started. I know it's gonna be a little bit dark for right now, guys, but we'll get that fixed. Yeah, they used to bring prisoners in a covered wagon. Complaining last year about how dark it was. See if I can find an old picture for you guys. I'm going here real quick.
I think they're outside.
She was opening the
Yeah, they were opening the gate.
Oh, okay.
So last year this is where the people sat.
I only have pictures of the old prison yard.
Yeah.
Did a pretty good amount of work.
I'll have to find that for another show.
I can't believe.
I want to thank Susan, especially. I know she's going to see this later, for allowing us into some new areas that we're going to surprise you with as soon as we get done with execution.
God, this is gonna be so much fun tonight.
Yeah.
I'm a kid in the candy store right now.
Yeah.
You have no idea when I get access to a new area, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
just see me in the cave in the whole
Oh
last
yeah, I
year.
remember.
I was like grinning ear to ear.
That place was something else.
So are you guys gonna go investigate first and then
Yes.
have us go up there later?
Actually, turn your capable hands.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you on camera,
Oh
Susan.
God, like.
And that is Susan, the
Everybody,
main
this is
docent
Susan.
of the
Say hi,
prison.
Susan.
Hi, Susan.
This is our fabulous friend here at Nevada State Prison Paranormal.
who has given us the luxury of going into all these amazing areas.
Yep.
Anything you'd like to say? Any plugs for the prison?
Yeah, join us on Facebook, Nevada State Prison Paranormal, and come out here and see us.
Yeah, make sure and join us next year for the investigation. I'm sure Joe will be here.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll be here too. Her
She's
first
like-
investigation. What do you think so far?
So much fun.
Hear the enthusiasm.
So much
in her voice.
enthusiasm.
Wait till we get you up there.
Yeah.
You'll change your tune after tonight, trust me.
Okay.
But make sure to sign up. We'll get dates lined up about first week of January, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna head up to execution here in a second. We're gonna
Okay.
leave her in your capable hands.
Wonderful. All right.
Let me get that recording.
Of course, that the guy is Dead Ned's 007.
I'm good.
Just hold
Frequent
out
viewer.
like that.
That was his second year investigating Nevada State Prison.
All right, let me get mine going here.
The goal for this year is more light. This is the kind of shit you don't see on Ghost Adventures.
Let's see. Let's go.
Oops, did I say that out loud?
Oh, you have to turn on the normal,
Oh, okay.
and that'll just charge.
Okay. Did I not?
Is it not charged? Is there not battery in it?
No, there's. Oh, maybe it's. Is it not?
You have a battery in the GoPro?
No, I don't.
You need to have one. in
And
the
there's the
GoPro.
problem.
Oh, I didn't bring it.
You forgot to put a battery in the GoPro.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna
Amateur.
stop the video for just a second.
Frickin' amateurs.
That works different than.
Had to go back in, get the battery in. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Round 2. We had a little problem here with one of our other investigators. Didn't have a battery in his GoPro. Throw him under the bus.
Was that you beeping? Okay.
All right, Tundra. Thanks for being here, bud. See you soon.
Okay, so we do have two GoPros going right next to each
Yep.
other. Got Joe over here, got his going, and of course me, headed up to execution. Just to turn on a light. Then we're going to get the surprise.
So the surprise
An area in
is
the two areas where nobody has ever investigated.
new for us area to investigate, which they don't let people up there because of the quality of the air.
Kind of curious.
A lot of rat shit, a lot of dead birds, risk of
I don't
hanta
think
with
she's
that,
convinced yet.
stale air.
You put her on camera, she's like,
Even the
"Shy."
docents
It's like,
do not go into the
"Oh,
area.
shit." Yeah,
So they let us up there all 3 nights to investigate.
nothing wrong with it. I'm
But
saying
after
she's
like
gonna-
15 minutes,
after tonight, she's
if you've
either
been into old
terrified,
buildings,
mortified, or want to keep doing
you
it.
get that weird taste in your mouth from stale air. That's what we got up in these
We'll
two
get up
areas.
later tonight, guys, but for the
So
time
it's
being,
you got to be careful.
welcome back to Nevada State Prison, Visit 4.
I don't mask. If I stay over 20 minutes in the area, I'll get a mask. I'm stubborn like that.
Here's a weird thing. You notice it comes out bright as hell on the screen.
Yeah.
But when we play it back, it comes out so dark.
Yeah.
But right now, you and I both we got two lights on, so.
Yeah, I've got a low light on right now too, so that should make it pretty.
All right.
Lead, paint, dust. Yeah. Very, very just musty air.
Yeah.
You know, I'm half tempted tomorrow to rig up an extra flashlight. Next to my car.
Yeah, I'm tempted myself. All right, guys. Sorry about the darkness. That camera moved.
It moved. Wow.
No, it didn't.
Only gambling with myself.
All right.
I've been gambling with myself for
We should be good,
40
guys.
plus years.
Sorry about the darkness. Yeah, now we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the lens cap right there, and we're off. We're off to the surprise, gentlemen. We will be back later in this evening to speak with you.
Force Execution Chamber, which this year, hopefully, I'll be going into to investigate. Which I'm kind of going to do some provoking. Always duck. That's 5'10". I'm 6'3". Yes, I have smacked my head on the wall. It's not fun.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I've actually been trying to find a girlfriend in the paranormal.
Yeah, that seems like a tall order.
I'm not. I hate saying it like this. The women that are in the paranormal, not my type.
I was gonna say, something like bad shit too.
It's you gotta be batshit crazy to be in this field.
I can deal with batshit crazy.
You would expect.
Yes. And I like a certain type of woman that's, yes, I'm picky. And yes, this is on camera. And that's right for looking into it. Right, you dumbass.
Just look into the bright light, idiot. You're in a dark room, dark hallway. Put the light right in your eyes. My IQ was not too high.
Chris is gonna be paranoid now.
He said tall order. Yeah, I'm very picky.
If I see a snake,
I'm not going to deny it.
It's
Why lie?
you, buddy. Yeah, but I think you're right. He's a little on the paranoid side.
I'm always looking too, but
And I got low cut shoes on this year, so it's like,
yeah,
this is the best investment I ever made, man. These things
those
are
things are phenomenal. Yeah, I got these that was
freaking
there.
Under Armour.
Under Armour.
They're at the outlet. They're at
Yeah.
on the strip.
Yeah.
Fucking 50% off.
Holy shit. Okay.
They're normally 110. I walk out the door with socks and shoes for like $85, less than $80.
That's yeah, that's
Deds is not a firefighter.
there. I was like, is that?
He has friends that are.
There's
If I'm not mistaken, Deds works for Microsoft, I think.
You're not the only one.
Or Intel, one of those.
Down and around.
Yeah, down and around and up one
Right
level.
Oh, here we go, guys. Under railing. Remember this last year, me cussing.
Yep, under the railing.
Under the railing because I smacked the shit out of my head.
All right, guys, that will do the
Programmer.
announcement. Once we get up the stairs over here, nobody has ever investigated this area.
Probably.
All right, so guys, the surprise. We are currently standing in the mattress factory and the original culinary for the prison. The original cafeteria from I'd say the 20s up through the 60s. So we're gonna try to get some evidence for you guys in here.
And yes, I'm advertising Zach Bagan's Haunted Museum.
So what we're gonna do?
Yeah, I knew why, Moose.
Hopefully I can do this without fucking things up. Try to get some more light in here for you guys. There. Ingenious. We are currently standing in original culinary. Or no, this is a mattress factory. You can still see there's cotton on the floor.
Brent's a hardcore fan.
We're gonna just do a little jot through
Don't
here.
tell anybody.
And we're gonna go back over to the original culinary on the other side and do the investigation. With Chris and Susan earlier and had a lot of evidence over there just standing. So you can see not a whole lot to it. But nobody has been up here and recorded.
They have tried to do some repairs through the years, but you can see the floor, what I'm talking
We're
about.
gonna get over here, we're gonna turn on the eddy and see if we can get some responses for you guys. What is that? Safety training required when doors are locked. Okay. Never mind.
God forbid you'd walk out an open
Yeah.
door to nothing but 2 stories
forbid
dropping
somebody would fall.
straight down.
Chart on the wall. Let's see what we got here. Material safety, pine oil, sodium silicofluoride, sodium sulfate, sodium sesquicarbonate.
How do you confuse a redneck? Have him read chemical compounds. Can I buy a frickin' valve, please?
You got
Major-
pine oil.
Pine oil, that's what the gas chamber smells like. I was actually amazed that I was able to pronounce a couple of those, but sesquicarbonate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an educated
Take that,
redneck.
Professor King Bean.
No, not Stone Temple Pilots.
People in here wouldn't know what Stone Temple Pilots is.
Way before their time.
I'm educated.
So here we are, guys, in the original culinary. This is a real treat for me as it is for you guys.
You notice all the electrical boxes dismantled and stored.
Looks like we had a scarecrow trying to take a shit in here.
Oh my God. Did I really say that? Let's find out.
Real treat for me as it is for you guys.
Moose thought he heard a voice. That's Dead's.
Looks like we had a scarecrow trying to take a shit in here.
Oh, unsurprising.
That's Dead's in the background.
Original Wizard of Oz type thing.
Tool shed. Wow. On a bird shit up
As
on
I
the
walk
shelf.
in,
Stone Temple Pilots.
Okay.
Way before their time.
So here we are, guys, in the original.
okay,
culinary. People in here wouldn't know what Stone Temple Pilots is.
let's find out.
Way before their time.
So here we are, guys, in the original.
Yeah, I hear it.
Stone Temple
I
Pilots.
definitely hear the voice.
Way before their time.
So here we are, guys, in the original.
So we'll have to,
culinary.
yeah, I hear it.
This is a real treat for me as it is for you guys.
You notice all the
Gonna have to make a note of it so we can go back into Adobe later.
Looks like we had a scarecrow trying to take a shit in here.
oh, unsurprising.
I still can't believe that line. I don't know, TM. It's hard to tell with
Tool
2
shed.
people.
Wow. On a bird shit up on the shelf. It's actually kind of cool in here.
Yeah, they outlined every single.
Just like they did in the old shower. All right, guys. So we're gonna. I always love seeing that. I'm sorry, that's an old schoolhouse shit. The old So we had
It could be me
personal
walking.
experiences over here. Let me set the recorder down real quick. I brought the Eddie. Well, please don't start.
Well, we can start.
You hold that?
Yes, I can hold it.
Right now I'm double fisting GoPros.
Double fisting GoPros. Sounds kind of kinky. No, it's got batteries. The leads on the Eddie kind of suck. Sometimes you just got to spin the batteries.
With the contacts, it's all good.
There is some corrosion on the
Eddie?
on the terminals.
Are we sitting at 80 degrees in here?
Okay, here we are back. Thank you. All right,
You see how much
gentlemen,
dust
we were
is
in here
actually
just a
coming
little
through
bit
there.
Earlier with Susan and Chris. If you are here with us, I'm going to do this also as well. I'm going to set this over by the recorder, or over by the Eddie.
We're barely moving,
If there
and
is
that
somebody
dust
here
is
with
just
us right now
circling
who'd
up.
like to communicate, please come forward and
Sounded
touch
like a
that little
cough.
box on Chris. Back. Thank you. All right, gentlemen.
Exhale.
We were in here just a little bit earlier with Susan and Chris.
A lot of ZB ghosts.
If you are here with us,
A lot of
I'm gonna do
TV
this
ghosts.
also as well. I'm going to set this over by the recorder, or over by the Eddie. If there is somebody here with us right now and you'd like to communicate, please come forward and touch that little box on the floor. It will let us know of your presence.
Now you can see how bad the air in there is. Like I'm saying, it's just clouds of shit.
You gave Susan some answers and you answered my question with 1930s. If you are still here with us, would you please give us a sign of your presence? Again, this is my good friend Joe and my name is Brent. Could you tell us your name, please?
I don't like that constrictive feeling of a mask. For one, the mask kind of muffles my voice, even though my voice does carry a great deal, and I just get that constrictive breathing feeling. So for me to wear a mask on an investigation, I don't do it. I've been down in mines investigating before. I don't wear masks. If something's gonna get me, it's gonna get me. I've smelled worse. I've breathed a whole lot worse than dust. But in this area, like I said, bird shit, rat shit, dead birds, dead rats, dust, mold, it all kind of blends together. And yeah, thank God I didn't get any breathing problems from it. I was expecting to actually come back from Carson City about half sick, but you know, blessed that I didn't.
I said I traveled down up from Las Vegas. Joe traveled down from Oregon to communicate with you tonight. We'd take it as a great sign of friendship if you could come forward and have a conversation with us.
Look at all the orbs. My God.
If the food was really terrible, if you touch that little box on the floor, it will light up like a Christmas tree. Could you please touch it for us and Let us know you're here.
But yeah, anybody out there's been in old buildings with concrete floors, and you walk across and you kind of get that that
What
squish.
kind of food did they serve you in here?
Let me pause this real quick. You kind of get that that squishy, almost floating floor sensation. That's kind of what it felt like up in here, up in this room. You kind of get that, it's just almost animatious kind of feeling when you walk. So the fact that Susan did not want a lot of people up here, I 100% support it. I will not be going back up here this year, for the simple fact the condition of the air and the floor, more so the floor than the air. I can deal with that. But the thought of falling through a concrete floor does not appease me one little bit. Even though safety for me on investigations, I'll throw myself to the lions any day of the week. But when you actually can say no, maybe I'm just getting to the age where I lost a step. God, I never thought I'd say that.
Was it slop?
And researching the food they sold them, a lot of these prisoners ate better than most people in the earlier days.
If it was the 1930s to the up to the 60s, that probably means Floyd Burton Lovelace was in here, David Blackwell.
You notice how quickly the temperature's dropping on that?
Almost a full degree since we've been in here.
Yeah.
It's sitting on the floor, so it might be the temperature off the concrete.
Yeah.
Be my guess.
I mean, it doesn't really feel too cool to touch, but still a little bit.
It's a degree.
I mean, she's steady dumping.
Yeah. If something was touching it, though, those lights would be going off.
Yeah.
We were up in execution last year, and the gentleman up there touched that box and made the lights go off. If they can do it, I know you can. And they did it multiple times and made all the lights go off on it. I've made friends with them. I hope you'll be friends with me as well.
Maybe I'm trying to be too nice of a guy to the spirits in a prison. Maybe I had to try to be a jerk.
You have any questions?
This might sound a little cliche, but when you guys were in here, did they routinely serve you like biscuits and gravy, anything like that? Anything you want to tell us about that? Temperature looks like it's actually really dropping pretty good. It was 80 degrees when we came in.
1.8 degrees since we came in.
Yep.
Don't know how to debunk that one. Maybe half a degree I'd be fine with.
I just don't see it dropping.
Was that Deads or was that?
Don't know how to debunk that one. Maybe half a degree I'd be fine with.
I just don't.
We came in.
Yep.
Don't know how to debunk that one. Maybe half a degree I'd be fine with.
I just don't.
Yeah, that was Deads. We can debunk that pretty quick.
The sun's gone down.
No.
It usually
Be funny to hear what the hell is that.
Like I said, if there was anything around it.
I would love to hear a spirit
The
say
mirror on
something
top
about
of
the
it
Eddie.
going off.
What the hell is that, or what's that,
So
or
see if I can get over here and
what
make
will
this
it
go
do
off.
to me?
See, you see the lights go off on it. If you come up next to it and do the same, you can make the lights go off as well. So
Yeah,
we're down
I had to get
2.3
almost
degrees.
on it and stomp on the ground for the lights to even register. So you see how sensitive it can be, but you got to be close proximity to it.
Pulling temperature so it can
Yeah.
manifest.
If you are changing the environment so you could show yourself, and I just got cold.
Yeah.
Are you trying to use the energy to communicate with us? Could you at least make a sound for us, please? You know, regardless if you communicate with us. You know, regardless if you communicate with us tonight, from here on out, when Susan and Chris and anybody comes up here, I want you to thank them for me, please. Tell them Brent said thank you for allowing us in here to talk to you.
And you can hear how
Thank
much
you.
my...
I saw the light go off on the meter.
Did it?
Said thank you for allowing us in here to talk to you.
Yeah, it did.
Thank you, please.
Right there on the right
Tell
side of the meter.
Brent said thank you for allowing us in here to talk to you. Thank you. I saw the light go
It's
off
evidence.
on the meter. Thank you for allowing us in here to talk to you.
And I think that's all
Thank
the
you.
evidence we
I saw
got
the light
in that
go off
area,
on the
in this
meter.
area, was
Thank
that
you
meter
for
and that flash.
Okay, so it needed to drop the temperature.
You dropped the temperature to communicate with us. Thank you very much. That means a lot. And I hope that means we could be friends.
Not gonna
If we can be
in
friends,
prison.
could you touch that box again, please? But make that light go off.
So if you guys are seeing this, it has dropped a full 3 degrees.
Yes.
since we've been here and continuing to plummet.
Just be aware, guys, you're seeing this on the both GoPros, that Joe and I both have caught this drop 3.1 degrees in less than 5 minutes.
So that's unusual for the
Now, I've
prison.
been to every other part of this prison, of the building.
And think about it this way. Yes, it is on a concrete floor. However, you've got 2 GoPro lights, 2 flashlights facing towards that meter. You would think the heat sensor on that would pick up, the temperature from 4 different lights, and the temperature would go up, even if it's 1/10 of a degree. Those lights are going to generate a minuscule amount of heat put directly on the meter, but it's gone down 3.1 degrees in just over 5 minutes. That, in the prison, that's substantial.
New buildings
And
up
who
top,
knows? Who knows?
as well as every cell block here. The other gentlemen here have accepted me as friends. I know it's a prison and it's hard to make friends in here because you have to be on your toes. But I am a man you can trust. Just like Penrose the warden. So I have to ask, was Mr. Penrose the warden when you were here? Could you touch that box for me, please?
I think they want to communicate. Definitely one of the downsides. You're not always getting evidence. And this is the hard part about this investigation. The previous 3 investigations. First investigation, we had 436 pieces of evidence. Second investigation,
When
we
you
had...
said fire earlier, talking to Susan.
Pause this real quick. Second investigation, we had 469 pieces of evidence. Third investigation, we had 498. But each year I had more equipment to bring. This year, we've got the GoPro to go over and 3 more recorders. And we're sitting at 148 pieces of evidence. The spirits on this investigation just didn't want to play. It's a little disheartening. It really is.
Were you talking about the fire from the Warm Springs Hotel and the fire that did damage to this prison?
You kind of get complacent investigating, then you get nothing. It's like you can't make them answer.
Okay, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to put my hand out as a sign of friendship. Could you reach out and shake my hand, please?
Put it out near the meter and see if we get a temperature spike.
I thank you. And yes, my hand got cold. That's exactly what happened up in execution when I offered to shake their hand. My hand got ice cold. Thank you for that.
I know earlier when you were talking to Susan, you mentioned the number 8. There were 5 of us in here at the time. If you could touch that box and let us know how many of you there are in here currently.
You know, and that's the weird part is, like, you'll go into an area and you'll hear a voice. There could be 2 of you in there and you're setting up gear. And this did happen to us the previous year, walking out one of the buildings, and we heard a "don't go." It's like, wait a minute, what? The downside is none of the recorders picked it up. We're walking out of the building just setting up when we get a "don't go." Go to review the equipment, it didn't pick it up. So it technically does not become evidence. It becomes a personal experience. And documenting personal experiences is virtually impossible unless you have it on camera, because people can just say it didn't happen. You're making it up. But when you got 3 people on camera going, "What was that?" you have a little bit more of a ground to stand on. It just becomes, this is what happened. If you want to believe it, do. If not, oh well. We tried. And it becomes disheartening sometimes because you want to get the best evidence possible for yourself, your team, and your viewers. You just got to pray for it. If I were to count all the personal experiences I had in the prison, I could add another 100 pieces easy. To where I got cold, hit a cold spot, hit a warm spot, heard voices, heard footsteps. It's like you hear it all over. Footsteps.
All right, gentlemen, do you have any messages for us, for Susan, or any of your family? Please come forward and don't hesitate to give us those messages, please.
Footsteps are a little bit easier, more easily debunked, because it could be an echo. But voices or taps, it just becomes best guess scenarios. Yeah, personal experiences, we can't show it exactly.
Yeah, guys, if you see, we came in here, it was 80 degrees. It is now 74.9. That's a significant drop.
there's a bug.
Still charging. Green usually means that it's charging. It just doesn't have that.
Does it?
Probably the most evidence we'll get tonight.
degrees.
That's a lot.
I'm not leaving, guys. Give me 1 second. I need to step away for just a minute. All right. Sorry about that.
Yes, it is. Guys, I know you're in here with us. I know there's a few of you.
I know we were standing over here, one pillar over earlier, and you guys are interacting with Susan and myself quite a bit. Instead of touching us, you touch that box and let us know of your presence.
And you'd think if I kept the light on it, the heat might raise because of the sensor.
Yeah. There's a lot of dust particles. We can keep that occasionally here.
Yes, there is. I'm going to walk back here while you're asking questions. You see, guys, we do have dead birds in here. There's two. There's one back on the other side. So you're just checking here these radiators, guys, see if by any chance we can find anything that was left back that we could give to Susan. I know these buildings have been gone through multiple times, but you never know if something was hidden in here somewhere.
That's what I always look for too. Is just
You know, it's been modified a little bit because there is a modern sprinkler system in here.
something possibly
Like I
left
said,
behind.
the
Just
original
stupid mistake.
culinary for this prison.
Modern fuse panel.
That they do not use. Well, no shit, right?
Dropped almost a full degree while you were walking around.
It's not even that cold in here either.
That feels just fine.
So we're talking almost 7 degrees.
Yeah. And that's not
7 degrees in 20 minutes.
the building.
No.
It doesn't go that quick.
We've been in here
We've been in here
12 minutes.
Yeah, 12 minutes.
12 minutes, 7 degrees.
So in
12 minutes and 7 degrees.
Doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen. So, real quick.
Had a couple of brush passes.
Alright, I know it's an insensitive question, guys, but how many people perished inside of this room? You had answered 8 earlier. Is that how many people passed away in
How
this
many
room?
people died? How many
Could
people
you
were
line up that
murdered in
box
this
for me,
room?
please?
Not really supposed to ask that kind of a
If it is
question. You know, and that's Paranormal 101. Pause this real quick. How did you die? When did you die? Do you know you're dead? You do not ask those questions on an investigation. I kind of stepped over the line a little bit. How many people died in this room? If there are spirits in here who were murdered, there's possibility they don't know they're dead. So I could have just confused the spirits a whole lot more by asking that question. Should we have a bingo plate? You know, that might be for future show down the road. Bingo card, questions you don't ask. You know, statements that I normally make. Something. That might be something we could do. Let me think about that. Fucking paranormal bingo. Why not?
I'll make you even better deal. If you would like us to leave this room right now and leave you in peace, if you could light up that box, we will leave you alone tonight. If not, we're going to stick around for about 20 more minutes.
At least a little bit. We will be back. We'll leave, but we're coming back. I always say that. If you make that box light up, I'll leave. So, okay, I'll be back later. So now that I know you're here, I can come back and investigate.
Well, I'm like, okay, I see this zooming around. It's like, what the freak?
We'll get more active in chat. Yeah.
Since the warden isn't here, could you scream out for us, please?
That was me.
Okay. Let's go back on the other side.
Okay.
All right, we'll leave you in peace over here. We can go over on the other side.
All right, since we're getting ready to change locations in the building, but guys, this is where I'm gonna call it. Got to where I wanted to tonight in the show. For Chief, I thank you again for the raid and everybody over from his channel. I thank you guys for sticking around for a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this. Usually I don't stop analyzing audio just to bring video into it. But every now and then I've got to, especially for new viewers, so we can, you guys get a pretty good idea about what goes on. Rather than just seeing the audio, you can see the video to go with it. So if you guys did enjoy the content, don't hesitate to hit a follow, hit a like. And I'm usually on here weeknights, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time for about hour and a half, depending on what my day is like. Then on the weekends, sometimes there's a show. But this weekend, we are going to restart this video and watch it all the way through like a movie. So, with that being said, guys, thank you so much again for being here, sticking around for an hour and 40 minutes. Good night, God bless, and see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again.